And Joshua's actually with me right now. We get ready to go do
Stand Up for the Homeless.
Oh, wow.
We started Stand Up for the Homeless, I want to say about a year ago, about a year and a half, but no, I'm sorry, about 3 years ago, we started Stand Up for the Homeless. It was just, we sell our merchandise at all our shows. We use the money to go put homeless people in hotels. So we go find homeless people in every city we go to. We go find a bunch of homeless people and feed them, get them off the streets, and then ask them where they staying at. When they say we're staying under a bridge or outside, I go, nah, not tonight. It's not this week. You know what I'm saying? And what's going to happen is we're going to get them in hotels. They're going to get cleaned up. I got barbers. If you go to my page on Instagram, you'll see at one of my live shows in Philadelphia recently, I got a homeless dude from under the bridge, and brought him into the comedy club. And we got him clothes. And this guy said, Gerald, I got clothes in my trunk. Man, I give away free clothes. Got a nice sweater. And one guy walked into the show, said, Gerald, I'm a barber. I got my clippers in the car. I cut his hair right now.
Look at that. Woo, that's powerful.
I brought him up on stage. He was so nervous. He was doing this the whole night. I brought him up on stage, and everybody gave him a standing ovation. And I gave him the microphone.
Oh, man.
Gave him the microphone. I said, hold this mic, and you stand here, and I stand here. You see what I just did? Yeah. He says, no. I said, we switch places. I can be in your shoes
anytime.
And you can be in my shoes. I said, tonight, the rest of this week, you're gonna stay in a hotel. So everybody started clapping. I said, I said, go get you eat. We fed him. He enjoyed the comedy show.
Dope. That's dope.
Had his hair cut, feeling good. He started telling me his story. We hanging out. I'd get him to the hotel at the end of the night. I got him a room at the Sheraton for 5 nights. The guys in Philly that live in Philly said, Gerald, when you leave Philly tomorrow and he's at the hotel for a week, we got him from there.
Hey, welcome to KROSS BARZ, where we discuss interesting topics with alternative perspectives. I'm your co-host, Big O. Have with me.
Hey, Tanae's back in the building one more time with our special guest, Mr. Gerald Kelly, comedian extraordinaire, making laugh till your side hurt. Give it up for Mr. Gerald Kelly, y'all. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, Mr. Kelly. Now, I would like to go from the beginning. You know, I kind of want to get right in, be like, yo, man, why, you and a couple other people, but, we're going to get to that. But where are you originally from, in the origins?
I'm from New York, man. I was born in Harlem, spent half my life in Harlem in the Bronx so far, not half my life, half my childhood life. So I was like 20 something years old. Then I moved to LA and Georgia.
LA and Georgia?
Georgia?
Oh, so you did the Atlanta. Okay, all right, got you.
I did the Atlanta thing because years ago, about 10 years ago, I moved to Atlanta from LA because the rent was cheap down there in Atlanta. You can rent you a 5-bedroom house for $900 a month 10 years ago.
Thanks.
I had me a half-bedroom apartment in New York, $5,000 a month.
Hey, yes.
Absolutely. It came with a nigga in it already. I'm like, nigga, who you? He's like, I don't know, but $500, $2,500 a piece. I'm like, yo, who you?
Oh, and you know what? Something that I never thought would happen. I'm just being real. I said, they gentrified Queens. Well, Queens didn't take much to gentrify. They was already with it. You know what I'm saying? Manhattan, that was muddy. But one place I was like, they can't gentrify that. Brooklyn, I was like, Brooklyn different. The Bronx. You can't gentrify the Bronx. It's just like, nah. And I see, look, I'm like, hold up. That's almost crazy. The Bronx is like Yonkers on steroids. Like, y'all different. You know what I mean? So when they start talking about gentrifying Bronx, I said, y'all can't do it. They got a different breed. You know what I mean? Bronx is different. So now that gentrification is really coming up, you know what I mean? Everybody from the Bronx is actually moving other places. And I hear Rochester is getting real crazy. So I said, oh, that's where everybody from the Bronx must have went. But You being from Harlem in the Bronx, how was it like for you growing up? Was it single parent home or a 2-parent, middle class, or you was just, free cheese and everything?
Single parent. My mom did it by herself. Free cheese, Skelzies outside, non-laters.
Oh,
yes,
what's your favorite?
rainbow.
Hold on, what was your favorite flavor?
Come on, man, apple.
Oh, okay.
Apple.
No. Apple's official.
Green.
I like the rainbow.
It wasn't called apple. It was called green.
Green.
Yeah, facts. It was green. It was like it was Kool-Aid. Like it was red. It wasn't fruit punch. It was red.
It was red.
Yeah. And I thought you was real ghetto, man. I thought you was gonna say grape like everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do it. It tastes like medicine. The grape tastes like medication or something.
Yeah.
Man, everybody in the
Like-
hood, grape. All right. So you're growing up single mom and everything. So how did you, because I know I'm from Jersey. Everybody from the top is just naturally funny. That's just my own personal opinion. Even if you're not a comedian, you funny. But how did you go onto the route of going towards comedy versus that time period which you grew up, which a lot of people was getting to the rap. It was like hustling, rap, and basketball. So how did you gravitate towards comedy?
Well, when I was young, man, I was always the funniest cat in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It was real funny. I had to be funny because, I'm sorry, it's allergy season in New York. I'm in New York right now.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be funny because they talked about my attire all the time. The kids talked about my clothes. Y'all remember hand-me-downs?
Facts.
Man, my mother was the queen of hand-me-downs. My mother didn't care. She used to get clothes from the niggas' parents that was talking about me in the neighborhood, the ones that was snapping on me. So I used to wear their clothes. So I was snapping on. We bagging. They call it bagging today.
No. Yeah.
The Jonan. We bagging and snapping on each other one night. The next day, I got on these sneakers.
Yo.
No.
So I used to go for mine. He said, "You wearing my shoes? You wearing my shoes? You got on my coat."
Oh no!
Yo, you had to be incredibly funny then, because if you wearing my shit, I've never heard that. That's something I've never heard. Like, yo, my mom used to get the clothes from the niggas I'm joking on. Yikes! All right, so now you're in Harlem, and you just this funny cat alive, and now in the Harlem scene during that time. So let me not act like I know everything about you. Okay. What era was the 70s, 80s, 90s?
80s.
Okay,
80s.
so during the 80s. All right.
Yeah.
So now you in the crack era that where millionaire teenagers, they coming up, you know what I'm saying? Alpo, Rich Porter, you've seen them. And then some other ones, you know what I mean? You've seen as well. So now you're the funny guy in the neighborhood and everything. Are you battling other funny guys? Because everybody funny.
How does that work?
Well, in my neighborhood growing up, cats was trying to be cool and dress good and get money, and everybody wasn't really trying to be funny. They used to come around me to get the funny. So if somebody would say something about me, they would go get them. Next thing you know, you see a crew coming down the block, walk in like it's about to be a fight. Everybody coming, they go, "Yo, he just said something about your mother." And I just cut them up, man. I'd be like, "Man, your mother's so ugly."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your mother's shoes so old, the heel is in the front. She used to walk out. She used to walk in the club backwards. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, all the old snaps or whatever. And but at the end of the day, man, it was nothing but love, man, because we played games, we played touch football. I grew up loving sports, man. So what kept me out of the streets of drugs and jail was I loved football. So I used to always organize 3-on-3 touch football on the sidewalk.
I'm about to say in the street or in the grass. I was about to say that.
We couldn't go on the street yet. When we first started, it was on the sidewalk. We had the whole NFL on the sidewalk.
Yeah, they wildin'. You got steps, railings, and all of them iron.
Tree holes.
You got iron railings.
Then
about
a couple years later, when you get a little older, you're 15 now, 16, mom, maybe 14, 15, mom let you go on the street. You know what I'm saying? If you could go on the street at 13, 14 years old, it was the epitome of being a big time drug dealer. Going in the street was the shit.
Right.
Girls were like, oh, he in the street.
To get to go in the street?
Yeah.
Just to be physically in the street?
In the street.
Really?
Call coming. Time out, call coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to get mad. We used to get mad at the cars.
Correct.
Because they interrupted the game.
Facts.
Yeah,
we in their lane. We like, what the hell? Come on, man. Go. It's third down. Nigga, go.
Facts.
So touch football in the streets. And then we used to play games like Roundup Tag.
Okay, wait up.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Roundup Tag.
Explain
Roundup
that.
Tag. What's the difference between regular tag and Roundup
Tag is you it.
Tag you it, yeah.
So I'm no longer it. You it.
Right.
Roundup tag was you it, I'm still it. Got you it. Now we all three of us, four of us, five of us, it. We got to catch everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that makes it better because at least you got people on the team. Yeah. I was always it. I hated to be it because I never could catch nobody. I be like, I quit. I could never catch people.
Hey, I used to cheat all the time. Freeze tag. Every time they catch me in freeze tag, you got to be frozen. When they tag you, you're frozen.
Right.
5 minutes later, I'm back in the game. They're like, yo, what happened? I melted.
You crazy.
So I got a question. There was 4 of you coming up. And so are your other brothers, sisters, like how did you start with the funny part of it? Like how did you start? Did you crack jokes at home? Like how did that even start out for you even beginning to be that?
It was never funny in the house, man, because mom was always serious, you know what I'm saying? So only time it got funny, I could sneak and watch some Richard Pryor, you know what I mean? Watch some Richard Pryor, you know, and you know, a few years later, watch Eddie Murphy, you know, when he got, you know, Eddie started doing his thing, but nobody was really funny in the house, man. It was always serious. And, you know, we watched sports and I used to really love people like Sugar Ray Leonard. I used to box a lot on the box. So I used to fight my brother a lot, my younger brother. And it was just me and my younger brother. Then some years later, my sister came and then my little brother came. So there's 4 kids living in a 1-bedroom. I don't know how mom used to do it. Mom gangster, boy. Black mothers make it happen.
Shout out. Absolutely. Shout out to the black moms.
Wait.
All moms, but black moms especially.
So you're the oldest, 4 children, 1 mom in a 1-bedroom?
Yep.
Damn. All right.
And no dad. Nobody had, all of us had different fathers, though. Mom was gangster.
Okay.
Everybody had different fathers.
Okay.
But there was no nigga around though. When it was Christmas, it was like, yo, where our dad at? There was no dad around, bro.
Okay.
So then mommy got elevated to the 2-bedroom.
Yeah. Moving up.
So we went from apartment 3B to 3C.
Yeah. Look. Somebody in the project had to die for you to move. I got you. I know exactly what you're talking about.
The waiting list like 20 years long.
You look at that Miss Johnson over there. You be like, yeah, she got that 3-bedroom. Yeah, any minute now.
If you had a 3-bedroom in the hood, you was balling. You try to pass that down to families, generations. Absolutely. Yeah, we know. I know what time it is. You had a father and a mother in the household. We used to be outside going, wow, what's a father? Not a father.
No. But that had to be that. But how was that? Like, was it traumatic for you, or like, was it like how? Did you ever see your dad? Did he come around? Did you know who he was? Or you know, how do you think that affected you, like your character, your personality?
My father. They said my father held me in his hands at birth for 30. My mother said 36 seconds. My uncle said about 30 seconds, and walked out the hospital. And I never saw him a day in my life again.
To this day. Well, he missed out.
Yeah,
he missed out.
I found out.
So we appreciate him for you.
Yeah. I found out that my mom and my dad was a one-night stand. I found this out about 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I found it was a one-night stand. I found out my dad was on drugs. It's crazy because I found out I got an older brother named Ricky. And from my dad's side.
Yeah, he looks just like you?
Just like me, but he's smaller. Just like me, bro.
Wow.
And I met him, went to go see him in Florida. We sat down. He told me, he hugged me. We talked. He said, man, Dad did you a big favor, man. That's what you're talking about, man. He said, Dad, not being in your life, man. Dad was used to use drugs. I never used drugs in my life. I never smoked weed. I never drank. No alcohol, no nothing, no drugs. Never been in jail, none of that stuff. He said, Dad did all that. And Ricky said, man, I was on drugs. I was in jail, in and out of jail. I was on cocaine. I was on this.
Wow.
He said, everything that Dad did, I was, because Dad was in his life, but Dad wasn't in my life. You know what I'm saying? So my mother was never using drugs. My mother didn't even drink.
Wow.
So keep it.
She was the woman. She did all that by herself, no shit, and she didn't drink, ain't do nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's
So now that you're growing up, the high school, which high school you attend?
DeWitt Clinton High School, the Governors in the Bronx.
Oh my God. Okay, I thought you were still in Harlem. You had a chance. Okay, God.
we moved to the Bronx. When I was in 6th grade, we moved to the Bronx.
What? Hold up. So you was in the 6th. Your younger brother had to be like a couple of grades lower. Then your sister might have been in kindergarten. That was a good move. And you said in the 6th grade. So I'm gonna do the math. That was the late 80s.
Yeah, about so. Yep.
Yo. Okay. All right. Let's make the picture, everybody. All right.
No.
Late
Not
80s.
not late 80s, 6th grade.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Yeah, 6th grade, you was in mid 80s.
6th grade, probably 6th grade. I graduated high school. I graduated high school in 89, 90.
So you was in the early 80s. You was like 84. You was in 6th grade.
6th grade, yeah.
So 80, like 83, 84. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not understand what he said, me and Mr. Kelly is talking a language that I'm gonna make everybody privy to.
Okay, well tell me, because I'm
in the Bronx in the 80s, early 80s, the Bronx was the first to really, of all the 5 boroughs, to introduce this new drug called crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
In the 80s, it was nothing but fires in the Bronx from the late 70s to the early 80s. There was a building in the Bronx that was burning down. People were making millions of dollars by paying certain gang members to start these fires because they were catching insurance scams.
Yep.
This came out much later. However, I'm just letting you know the environment Mr. Kelly and his family went to, because people thought that the Bronx was a third world country back in the 80s.
Horrible.
So this man has told you he does not have never done drugs, alcohol, no substance.
Anomaly.
He was just like myself. We was Tasty Cake Kings. Our substance of choice was food. Tasty Cake Kings.
That was my drug.
Yeah. So now I'm just
everybody got a vice.
I'm just trying to let everybody know why I'm tripping about the timeline of when this man moved out of the Harlem, which was crazy in the 80s. But the Bronx is a whole nother level.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we got everybody caught up to why I'm looking like, yo. All right. So now you are in the Bronx. You are going to school.
Yes.
What was the change that you went through going from Harlem to the Bronx at that age?
There was no bullies in Harlem. I didn't have bullies. When I got to the Bronx, a lot of bullies, man. It was a lot of bullies. It was a lot of card games on the steps, the stoops, and a lot of crackheads, and just there's a lot of stuff going on, man, that I wasn't privy to when I was in living in Harlem as a younger kid. When I got to the Bronx, I was like, wow. I mean, still no dad around, of course. And then it just got it got uglier and got uglier and got uglier, man. A lot of fights outside, women, men,
crazy.
Those fiends outside, and people, you got to be careful of this. I first experienced my mother having her lights turned off. Was in the Bronx.
Oh, wow.
I'm the oldest. So I'm like, man, the lights was turned off, and the lights wasn't turned off for just a day. You know what I'm saying? Mommy lights used to be turned off for about 2 weeks, or you know what I'm saying, or more. So and light candles. We used to sleep with candles in the house, and people in the building had candles in their house. The apartments caught a fire, and you know, I lived where you lived in apartment 4E, but 5E had a fire in their house, and it's burned out. But you still got yours. You still smell the smoke, and
oh man, that's right.
Yeah,
Dang,
man. It was tough, man. So when I would go outside, and it wasn't a lot of going outside. My mother used to just be lazy, put you on punishment for no reason. You know, little shit. You're gonna be in the house.
Trying to protect you though a little bit too, though. Probably.
Nah, mom used to be outside playing cards, doing her thing, so she ain't with no damn kids outside. So I used to develop, me and my cousins. We lived in we lived in the back where we had the fire escape windows.
Yeah.
We used to climb down the fire escape windows and jump and run on Fulton Avenue in the Bronx, 3rd Avenue, climb the rocks, run all the way down to 3rd Avenue and Claremont Parkway, and then go to the basketball courts and play basketball while mommies, my aunts, everybody outside playing cards, gambling. They don't even know we not in the house.
Yeah,
y'all long.
Gotcha. Y'all
get a couple games in.
Yeah.
Go back around Claremont, run down 3rd Avenue, climb back up the rocks, go to the fire escape, climb up the fire escape.
That was like an amusement park.
Yeah.
She'll get ready for the military.
Military, bro.
Absolutely. So now, you know, you have this environment and you say there's a lot of bullies. You know, did you gravitate to any guys? Because up there it's like a plethora of talent in New York City, no matter what borough you go to. So now you're in high school. You know, I don't want to talk about like yo, what famous people? You had a bunch of famous people, but who was like your crew in high school? Because middle school and high school, you kind of develop like a little clique. You know, who was yours?
But high school, I didn't have a clique. I stayed to myself. You know what I'm saying? I stayed to myself a lot. I started realizing that these eyes of mine that were teased upon when I was in elementary school and middle school, these eyes did something else to some young ladies,
man.
As I got older. You know what I'm saying?
He got light eye. He got gray eyes. They green, girl. You had good hair too? Oh, hell no.
I had good hair too, man, back in the day.
Yeah, green eyes, gray hair. That boy had the Amex card to the women.
I used to make myself bow-legged too. I'm like, he bow-legged too?
Would you?
Facts.
I used to make myself bow-legged.
That's too funny. I see it. I see it. I know people that would do that. They turn a little foot in, you walk a little.
Yeah, little bow-legged. So now you stay to yourself. But you hold up. Wait a minute. So you had to have to fight any ladies, man, and you know how to crack. So like, if you know how to crack, you gotta know how to fight. Like
well,
anybody.
I knew how to fight. That was a given. I knew how to. My hands was nice. I had one fight in high school.
Wow, cracking like that? Okay.
One fight, and I knocked one of the most popular kids out in high school. I knocked him out in front of everybody. He played on the football team. I remember coming outside. At lunchtime, me and one cat. And he came outside with him and about 40 dudes from the football team. They was amping him up. And I already knew my hand game was nice. Yeah. But he didn't know. As he would soon find out. As he would soon find out. I mean, I'm coming in. I'm like, I hit him. I knocked him out. Knocked him cold. He woke up in the dean's office like this. I'm gonna kill you. I said, man, you died already, man. Man.
Dead, dog. Yo, your reputation is out there too.
And that was it. Only one fight. I only had to have that one fight to everybody be like, yo, don't. Green eyes is nice with his hands.
Yeah. And it was hard to knock people out too.
Yeah, but you know, I come from the area, man. Sugar Ray Leonard was my guy, man. I studied Ray Leonard, man. I used to box when I was little, man. I was young, man. But no more fighting, man. It was no more fighting, just hanging out and being cool with the girls, the ladies, and Tracy Morgan went to high school with me, with the Clinton. With
Yeah, people think he's from Brooklyn, but he had to clarify that a few years ago. He's from the Bronx, and then he went to Brooklyn.
He was representing Brooklyn, repping Brooklyn forever.
Yeah, he recently just came out and told people he was from the Bronx. I was like, oh,
nigga, we know where you from, man.
Yeah. Hold up. But we know at the lunchroom table, you had to get it in. So who was you battling? Was you battling Tracy at the lunchroom table, or was anybody who came up?
Tracy was a funny dude, man. Like Tracy was a funny dude in high school.
Yeah.
I was a funny dude on the block.
Gotcha.
I didn't care about being funny in school.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be cool and get in and out and cut class and hang up on the Ave and get the bagel with the butter and jelly and you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, nah. Oh, now you lunching. Come on now. You're supposed to get the cheese in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Get the cream cheese. The bagel with the cream. Okay, listen.
I mean, I like bagels with cream cheese and butter and jelly. So
right.
I'm just
But the jelly with the cream cheese, because the cream cheese thicker. And the jelly got the sweet. Yeah.
Butter and jelly, and they put it in the oven for you, man. And
toast it. Man, y'all making me. We talking about food.
Yeah. So now tell me how, so now you go to high school, so you ladies was your thing. You showed them, look, I got these hands. So kind of some cats chilled out. Yeah. But how are you hanging out on the block and not getting enticed? Because you got a lot of cats that was getting a lot of money in the Bronx. How didn't you get in there like just being a runner or lookout and doing like getting little money? You said, nah, I know that ain't the way because I got a future.
Okay. It's two different things. One, strong mom. 2 words, strong mom. Mm-hmm. Two, Western beef.
The store? Do you work there?
I worked after school. After high school, I would go to work. I would work till midnight.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh.
So after high school, I would take the 4 train to I forgot what stop, and then get on a bus near East Tremont somewhere and take the Q44 bus to Queens.
Okay.
To Flushing.
Wow.
And I would work at Western Beef.
Oh, yeah, Flushing. So yeah, you see
Western Beef saved my life.
Saved my life. Until one day, this is the worst mistake ever.
Mm-hmm.
You stole some beef.
I stole some shrimp. I didn't know nothing. We from the hood. We don't eat no damn shrimp. Our body's already not gonna take some shit that we don't eat.
Yeah.
So I get home, try to make some shrimp, and I got sick to almost died, bro.
Oh wow.
Are you allergic to it, or you just
allergic to it?
Oh.
Didn't know. And to this day, every time somebody come around me with shrimp, I think about Western Beef when I stole the shrimp.
Wow. Wow.
Western Beef. That's too funny.
So your mom wasn't pushing you like, I hear many people who are comedians, they're naturally good writers, you know what I'm saying? So she wasn't pushing you and saying, hey, this is college. You're gonna go to City College, go to community college, or go to Brooklyn, go to Hunter's College, or she wasn't pushing you in that route.
The conversation of college or the thought of college never came about in my mother's household. All I knew, I was the oldest son, and I wanted to be better than my dad, and I wanted to help my mom out. So I wanted to work. So I'm working in high school. I'm working full time in high school, bro. And then in the summertime, I worked at Hunch Point. I work at the market, when you take the stuff off the boxes of food off the trucks and everything.
Oh, wow.
I thought you was like, I work $100. I was like, nigga, you was a pimp. Like, I thought you meant, I was like, oh, whoa. I was like, whoa, what? Nigga, they got a special about this shit. Okay, all right, there you go.
I worked at the Hunch Point Market.
Okay, got you.
But I wasn't no pimp. But a couple of paydays, I was out there on that stroke. Oh, you what? For $40?
I can get all of that.
Oh, you got the special.
That's funny.
Yeah, you got the special. Okay, bro. Yeah, you got the special.
$42.99.
Oh man. So now you working, good example for the little brothers, little sisters, and now. Where is the transition of working a full-time job, putting food on the table, making sure mom's there, being the man in the house? Okay, now show me the transition of I've always been funny. People come in there, you probably got crazy materials about customers or people working with you, you know, and you have to take the bus. The bus is probably one of the most, besides the train, the bus is the most interesting people in the world where you just be looking like, yo, where's he going? You know what I mean?
Well,
so how you get the comedy from there?
Well, here's the deal, man. Taking the Q44 bus, you leaving the Bronx, you going to Queens. I'm a Bronx dude. Queens is a whole different animal. You getting out the Queens going,
yeah, you thinking about robbing people. Yeah, you thinking about robbing people. I got you.
Beautiful out there. I'm like, yo, look at the women.
Facts.
I'm like, this is a different type of women in Queens at the time. I'm like,
but wow,
she got all her teeth.
Yeah. My wife from Queens, absolutely. Absolutely.
So now I'm about to graduate high school, and my last year in high school, Tracy Morgan had already left 2 years before me, you know.
Gotcha.
And so now I'm at my mom's crib, and I'm not grown, but I'm 18, and you know, and your mom hitting you with, you know, you got to get, you know, you got to pay bills, all the bills around here, all of them. So I'm 17, 18 years old. Not, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I watched my mom jack my checks for years. And I would go outside, and my friends got new sneakers and new this, that, and the third. But every time I get paid, I got to come home and give it to mom. And I look out the window playing cards with it and shit, and, you know, this, that, and the third. So I started smelling myself, feeling myself. I'm moving out. 17, I think I was moving out. 18, moving out. I moved out downstairs, right under my mother's apartment. I moved into some niggas that was on crack, and I didn't know they was on crack until when I gave that nigga the rent money on a Wednesday. By Friday, he was like, I need next month's rent money up front.
Like,
this how I knew my ass was in trouble, because I would run a cord from my mother's house with the electricity, just so I could have electricity in their apartment to watch TV, and would piece my mother off a couple of dollars. And she said, you might as well move back in. Right. And I got out of that crackhead house, and I moved back in with my mom. And then I said, man, next thing I know, my son Isaiah's mother, my oldest son's mom, she's pregnant. And I'm 19.
That's your high school sweetheart. Didn't you end up marrying her or something?
No, we wasn't high school sweethearts. My high school sweetheart was a girl named Janine Reeves. Janine was so beautiful. She used to play me all the time. I never forget. I'm in high school. I'm in like 10th grade, and I could afford New Edition tickets because I'm a full-time job. I took her to see New Edition. I did everything for that girl. She played me for years, bro. And I never forget. And one day I was performing on this cruise, boat ride in New York, big boat ride. And she was on a long line with her man. And I walked right by in the VIP. And I said, oh, aren't you such and such from high school? She said, hey, Gerald. I said, hey, how you been? And I walked off on her. You know what I'm saying? Walked off. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Like, see what you did. You missed out. Yeah.
Your husband working in Western Beam, huh? Okay, cool. But so now I'm I got a dilemma. Got somebody pregnant. What? Wow. So her mom called called one day my mother's house and told my mother, ain't no grown girl gonna be staying in her house pregnant unless they married. Now I can't, I'm not
That's
working.
Old school.
Yeah, old school. So I said, hell, let's go to Fordham Road, Justice of Peace, got married.
Fordham Road. Wow.
Justice of Peace on Fordham Road, we got married. And while we up there, we got a slice of pizza. That was the wedding dinner.
Cake?
Reception. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the slice. Yes, share the slice.
But I had the beef patty.
It was a New York slice, so it was big.
I had the beef patty with cheese and the slice.
Oh, you killing them.
He was winning.
Hold on, what kind of drink? You had the fruit punch or the lemonade?
I had the lemonade, bro.
Got you.
She had the fruit punch.
Oh, she had the fruit punch. You know the joints of the big squares. You had the.
We was doing it.
Yeah.
And then
oh my God, at 19, that's young.
And then it came about what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I got a baby coming, man. I don't want to be like my father was. He was a deadbeat dad and wasn't around, wasn't able to provide. And my idol at the time, and still is, I love this dude, man. It's funny how you become an entertainer, you meet all your young idols. I done met everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I told him this story. Isaiah Thomas, the great legendary Isaiah Thomas, basketball player.
Basketball, yeah.
Okay.
So that was my idol. I used to love Isaiah Thomas, Julius Erving, Maurice Cheeks, but Isaiah Thomas was my guy. And I'll never forget when Isaiah Thomas had his first baby, they showed it on NBC. The games used to come on CBS or NBC, one of those, his wife in the hospital, and Isaiah showed up with a bunch of balloons that had the baby's names on the balloons, a bunch of them. I'm talking about 20, 30 balloons and flowers. So I always wanted to emulate that if I ever had a, you know. So now I'm in the I couldn't afford all the balloons.
That's why I started laughing, because I'm like, what happened?
I couldn't even put the whole name on the balloons. You know what I'm saying? I can only afford the two letters, the first name and the last name. So but I remember, but when she was pregnant, I had to do something. So I joined when we was on Fordham Road.
The Navy.
I joined the Navy. We were walking from getting married, having our dinner, our pizza. Mind you, we wasn't sitting down eating either because there was no sceneries right there.
At the counter?
Yeah, the counter.
Counter like this.
The counter.
I thought we was in love, nigga. I didn't know what love was. And so I saw a recruiter out there with the signs, Navy, military. Yeah. So I joined the Navy.
Wow.
Signed up.
On your wedding day.
Wedding day.
Signed up on your wedding day. That was an eventful day.
But that's what, I knew. Like if a cat grew up and he was trying to help out his family, it was like, yo, your mama give you a pass if you're going to college because she giving you that investment. Like, I know what you're going to do when you come back and you can't, go to school for no bullshit. Right. But then if you couldn't go that route, you went to the military because you wanted the benefits for your family as well as you could send money back home because you could live on a boat, bus, or whatever and get your money back. So now you in the Navy, you find out you got to get shipped somewhere. How did that discussion and how did your kid and your newly wife, settle because she had a kid?
No, she didn't have the baby yet.
Oh, she was pregnant though.
She was pregnant. So I joined the Navy, she was pregnant. And I went to boot camp. And as I'm in boot camp, I'm dying in boot camp, bro. Like, I'm in the Navy. Nigga don't even know how to swim. I'm so naive. I'm thinking about two things. I'm thinking about making a living to take care of this baby. And I'm thinking the second thing is trying to get that, the GI Bill, the check.
GI Bill, the check.
I didn't even know you need to know how to swim to be in the Navy. I didn't do no research.
You're going to be around water, not know how to swim. Got you.
I'm like this. Whoa.
They got life jackets.
I'm like, what the hell? So it was scary, man. Being in boot camp was scary, bro. It was frightening. It turned you to a man. The day you landed in boot camp, you was a man. You went from being a boy to a man right then and there. You getting up early, going to sleep early, getting up real early, lights out, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, lights out. 80 something men, boys, living in the barracks together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And everybody had different personalities. And I started emulating everyone's voice. I didn't realize I had to do voices. I used to do the captain's voices. Niggas used to be scared that the captain was coming in there. I used to talk about everybody. Never had a fight in boot camp, but because I talked about, I was funny as hell. And that's when I realized, yo, I got a gift. I'm making Asian kids, white kids laugh, cry. Nobody would, you know what I'm saying? So, writing letters and just staying up on my Detroit Pistons, the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons, And one day, the captain came in and everybody said, "Attention on deck." We stopped in the barracks. Like, yeah. Kelly, front and center. I'm like, oh shit, what did I do? Because they always find something you're doing wrong to make an example out of you in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So this man has had an emergency. His
the
wife,
baby.
his wife is at home in New York City. She lost the baby. But he is a shipmate. He's a teammate. And I don't believe he's going to go home. He's going to stay on this ship with you guys. We wasn't even on the ship yet. We in boot camp. He's going to stay here with you guys and continue to be a teammate while his family takes care of the baby, takes care of the wife. We talked to the wife, talked to the hospital, and they saying all my personal shit in front of everybody.
That's what I'm saying, in front of the people.
Like,
He didn't pull you to a side. That's like some personal
They ain't put me
information.
aside or nothing.
I might have hooked off. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, I might have just hooked clean off. Fuck it. Like,
so now I'm saying to myself, he's like, he's going to stay and fight with you guys because it's what the military's about. Camaraderie, however the word goes.
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, inside, I'm going, nigga, I'm out of here.
I'm only here because of them. Yeah, I got
I'm
you.
only here because of the baby, nigga.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't even be with this motherfucker if it wasn't for the baby. I'd have had pizza on Fordham Road by my damn self.
Facts.
I would have ate my own pizza by myself if it wasn't for the baby. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, nigga, I'm cook out this summer, get back to the crib, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
wow.
They let me go home. And me and her were married, and we had we're renting a room in a house, small room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sharing the bathroom. Gotcha.
Sharing the bathroom.
When
I was gone, that's probably one of the reasons she had a miscarriage, a stillbirth, or whatever it is. Miscarriage, it was a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And,
stress.
Yeah, the stress. Because I used to worry so much in boot camp that my wife is pregnant and she's living in a room in the Bronx, sharing the bathroom with other people. You know what I'm saying? And I used to just,
right.
But that's what made me keep going hard, learned how to swim in there, how to float, how to survive. And I was like, man, I learned how to do everything, man. I was like, I'm coming out of here, you know. So now I go home. I changed my mind. They thought I was being admirable by staying. I was like, I'm leaving. I want to go to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, we hanging out. We with the movies. We going out to dinner. We balling. We chill. I got a couple of checks. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of them checks. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. My thing just went off. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I put on Do Not Disturb. I can't stand these phones, man.
Yeah. That can be a problem, for sure.
That was child support. Niggas they know how to get through.
Oh, hell no. Your kid's grown. What the hell? Got child support for 28-year-olds.
Child support not to get through. You can block them on anything. Yeah. Jehovah's Witness be at the house like this. Hi, I'm Jehovah's Witness child support.
Jehovah's Witness.
Child support.
Yeah.
So now I'm back home, and the Navy thinks I'm coming back. I'm not coming back.
Yo.
Supposed to be home for 10 days. 28 days later, bro. I'm still home. You know, the boot camp is completed. I'm supposed to be scheduled to go to Norfolk, Virginia to meet up with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nowhere to be found. I'm AWOL.
Yeah.
Yeah. About to say they ain't come and get you.
I'm like, yo, you about to get
I was like,
up.
He's like, I got arrested. I went to
Yo, hold up. What is the you know what I'm saying? What is that called? Like
MIA.
Yeah,
MIA.
no. What is it like? Is the threshold of them coming back to lock you up? Is that passed? I don't want you to incriminate yourself. Like,
No. I went back. I went back eventually.
Oh, okay. Tell me the story. All right, 'cause I was like, whoa.
So I'm in the best shape ever now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the block, bro. I got the little hat, little Navy hat, caps are snapping on it. Look at that nigga hat. But they forgetting.
You.
Right.
Me. I'm like, but I got money though. I got money. You still live with your mother. You snapping on everybody. And then I'm really in shape now. I'm in.
Oh yeah.
I got abs. I got abs. And so it better be easy. Yeah. And like, yo, sailor, what up, sailor? You know. So
that's dope.
I got a letter that says you will be going to prison. You are MIA, missing in action.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even read the whole letter before I was heading back to the airport.
You just see prison. I hear you.
Because I never got in trouble. And anything about trouble scared me.
Mm-hmm.
Anything about getting locked up or punishment or getting in trouble, going to jail, drugs, always scared me. Like, oh, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Right.
So now I'm back in there. I'm on a ship. I'm dying on this ship, bro. I was on the USS Bainbridge. She was a nuclear cruiser. That meant she was powered by nuclear energy. Yeah. That means she could go out to sea and stay forever. Didn't have to come back, get no fuel.
Right.
Ass was out at sea forever and ever and ever. I was sick. I got sick every day.
You were seasick as a Navy man?
I got sick, man. Remember, I was allergic to all that shit.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't even put that. Yeah, it was damn. Oh shit.
Then I had flat feet. I got flat feet. So flat feet, you weren't supposed to be in the military.
Is that a real thing? I thought that was like a rumor. Or like
really?
I heard that, but I thought it was just something that people say, oh, you got flat feet, you can't get into the military. I heard that.
They're not supposed to be in there at all because you stand a lot. You do a lot of standing. That pain was excruciating. Even being a small dude at the time, I was small in shape. Still, feet was killing me. But I knew how to get out of the Navy because as a kid, I knew how to fake wheeze.
You said fake wheeze, like. All right. Look, I got one too.
Oh wow!
I got one too.
I had about 100. I used to go to the mess to the hospital, the mess hall, and on the ship, I can't breathe.
So you got a discharge, an honorable discharge?
At least I thought it was going to be that. I thought it was going to be a smooth transition.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You're sick. You got to get out of here. Man, they took me off the ship and made me stay in Virginia for a whole year and work.
Like at the base doing stuff?
The base doing all kinds of stuff. All I wanted to do was go home. I did that for a year. And that's when I had my first Navy fight.
But Navy men always fight. They know in the box and fight. Get drunk and fight. That's all they do.
Yeah, this dude, he was drunk and he was starting trouble. And big dude. Big dude. All I remember was, you fight somebody, but you back it up. I backed up for hours. I backed so far, I was in another military branch. I was in the army. I looked up, I had an army uniform. I'm like, got out of that shit.
Yeah.
So next thing I know, man, I'm home and I'm married, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how? Beautiful woman, great sister, the probably one of the best people to ever come in my life, man, And we're living together. I got to go get a security guard job.
Hold up. Let's rewind this.
Because he discharged him because I want to get to the. Go ahead.
Because he just a little bit. So now you was in the military. You was in Virginia. You had the VSC for a minute, and what I know, grandfather was a Navy guy. When you got back onto shore, because you couldn't just go to New York, was you faithful while you was in the Navy?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes for him.
Okay, you said continue.
I'm gonna say yes for him.
When you ask that question, there's no in there. It's like, well, your favorite. He said, nah, we good. I think we got all we needed to know. That man said, I said, what's your favorite? He said,
and he's still thinking.
Don't even think. We know. We got the answer. All right, continue with your story.
I was faithful.
See, thank you. See, I told you.
You just said,
I was thinking. I had to think. That was a long. What Bernie Mac said. Long.
No. I said, was you faithful? He said, he just went straight to
I was gonna say yes.
I was faithful. I was in the church. I was in the church. I was in the Word. I was faithful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Faithful.
I was praying a lot.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. So now you got to get a job, a security job. Now your self-esteem and bullshit. You married. Go ahead.
Bruh, how the hell I'm out the U.S. military? I got an honorable discharge and my ass is working security. And this is like 1990, about 90.
Wow.
Right? And I'm making $10 an hour in 1990. That was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved from the room to a nice, nice 1-bedroom apartment in the Bronx, and I got her pregnant again. And this time, my amazing son came, Isaiah. He was born. I named him Isaiah. I was able to go to the hospital when she was giving
like
birth.
Isaiah Thomas.
Correct.
Yeah. And I was able to go to the hospital because I remember when Isaiah Thomas, his wife Lynn was giving birth to their first child. The balloons had Joshua all over. That was the name of the child, Joshua, I believe. The first child was Joshua, all over the balloons and everything. So I had maybe 5 balloons, and I had Isaiah on it. You know, happy congratulations. And I went to Montefiore Hospital in the Bronx. Okay. And I had a baby now, bro. I had a baby. You know what I'm saying? I had a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Does Isaiah Thomas know that story about you? Does he know that? Oh, okay.
I shared it with him. He was like, bro, man, that's an honor, man. I'm honored. You know, Isaiah Thomas is 2 dudes. He the most humble cat in the world. And on the other side, he a street nigga not to be fucked with. That's why Jordan don't want none of that smoke in front of him. Yeah. Jordan talked bad about Mike. Jordan talked bad about Isaiah away from him, but he won't come to certain places. And you know, that's another episode. We could do that another episode.
Yeah. I heard you. I heard you.
So now I got a little, I got a little responsibility, man, my baby, man. So I'll never forget, man, we're 34th Street Partnership was a security company. I used to go on Macy's all the time on 34th Street, take the hat off, be talking to the ladies, chilling, leaning on, having a good time. Some white woman told my superior, it looked like I was trying to steal something in Macy's. I said, what? One thing I hate about a lot of shit, things that happen is when you get falsely accused for something.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That happened with the New York Kings of Comedy in New York. We get to that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get that.
Yeah, we about to get to that one.
We're gonna get that.
So now, man, I got falsely accused of, it looked like I was trying to steal something out of Macy's.
It looked like.
I got fired. I got fired, y'all.
From your security job for looking like
for looking like you were going like that.
And to this day, what's that? What was that? Like 30 years ago? To this day, I can still say that's a bunch of bullshit. They lied on me.
Yeah.
Lied on me. And I lost my job. And I went to go get unemployment. And then unemployment said, because I was fired, I can't receive unemployment.
Well, I don't understand that.
But hold on. I went and fought that.
Okay.
Went and fought that. And I won, and they had to give me back pay from unemployment.
Yes,
and
that's
right. It was enough money coming in with her working too. She's gonna go back to work. You know, back then women have the baby on a Tuesday. They back to work Tuesday night.
Yeah, you're not staying.
Not staying home. You couldn't stay home. Couldn't afford to. Didn't have the benefits. So she worked for ABC. She worked for the building ABC, the television network. She worked in the building.
Oh, I think our people know each other.
Oh, that's right.
That's where my wife used to work. Yeah, absolutely.
For real?
Yeah, real talk.
So now I'm home and I'm working on my craft. I'm writing jokes and I want to be a comedian. I want to do this. And then I go outside. I look out my window on Gun Hill Road one day.
Okay.
And traffic is packed downstairs. Packed. Stop is in the middle of the street. Somebody's in a car. I go outside. You see one of the most expensive cars. I'm like, holy shit. I look, it's Tracy Morgan. Signing autographs, stopping people in the Bronx. And remember, Tracy, when I was in the Navy in boot camp, Tracy was on TV almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Uptown Comedy Club TV show. And then a year later, he was playing Hustle Man on Martin.
Martin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he was hot. He was like, yo, Gerald Kelly, get the car, Gerald Kelly. Yo, you can have all this shit, yo. You funny too. I remember, yo. You can do it, yo. I said, yo, where do I go? Where do I go? How do I do this? How do I do this? Yo, give me a call, man. Call my number, man. Matter of fact, let's go. He says, come to the Uptown Comedy Club in Harlem. So he gave me the address, and I came down. I think I came down like a Wednesday night or whatever. And I had wrote a set, and I rehearsed it in the house, in the mirror. And all I kept thinking about was, I gotta make it for this little baby.
Mm-hmm.
Make it for this little, he didn't ask to be here, little Isaiah.
Right, yeah.
And I went down there and I was ready, I had 3 minutes. All I had is 3 minutes. That's all I wrote. I had 3 minutes in my head, 3 minutes of material. That's all you needed. But then Tracy Morgan goes on before me with a guest spot and crushes it.
And you got to come behind all of that.
I had to come behind all that. And I was a little nervous, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I went up behind them and I did real good. You know what I'm saying? Did real good. And they asked me to come back. You know, the Brown brothers, Andre and Kevin Brown, and shout out to rest in peace, Miss Brown. She was a pioneer of this comedy thing in New York, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now I'm doing comedy full time, man. I'm doing clubs in New York and the Manhattan proper in Queens. And, you know, I got my time up from 3 minutes to 10 minutes.
Oh, that's big.
The Peppermint Lounge.
Apollo too, right? You did
Peppermint
Lounge.
Lounge.
Okay, all right.
I was just hanging out with Bill Bellamy in New York 2 Tuesdays ago. And we was reminiscing about Peppermint Lounge. He's talking about Peppermint Lounge and all that stuff because Bill used to host that in the beginning.
Used to host it. Yeah.
And Bob Sumner and everybody, man. And, you know, it's crazy, man. So now I'm like, oh, this is nice. You could do this all over the world. So I'm getting booked here. But Def Comedy Jam was hot. It was hot. Yeah. It was hot. Cass is becoming famous on Def Comedy Jam.
Yep.
Right.
Martin, of course, Martin and Bernie and Steve and Cedric and all these cats, you know what I'm saying? And all I wanted was to get on here. I wanted to get on here while it was hot.
Correct.
I never got a shot, man. A cat named Bob Sumner in Jersey, man. You know, Bob Sumner. Bob never gave me a shot, man. Like when I wanted my shot, I wanted that shot. It was like, come on, Bob, come on, man. I want to get on here now. But I guess I wasn't ready in his eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Damn it. Because you want to get on some shit when it's smoking hot, not when it dies down a little bit.
Yeah. And everybody was that came up because you can't front. It's like, you know, you had Steve Harvey there. You had Bill Bellamy. You had Bernie Mac get on there. You had Tracy Morgan get on there. You had D.L. Hughley got on there. But you also had BT, you know, because Centric Entertainer got there. But remember, BT had their Comic View.
Yeah, and I got on Comic View.
Correct.
I got on Def Comedy Jam late.
Yeah.
Joe Torre was hosting.
Yeah, that was later.
Love Joe, but Joe not Martin.
Correct.
You want to get on there with Martin.
Martin.
Because the eyes is going to be all on you.
That's how Chris Tucker made it. Yeah, you're right.
Chris Tucker made it.
Yep.
man.
Mhm.
Because people watch Def Comedy Jam not just to see the other comedians. They mainly watch it to see Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because me and Russell Simmons talked recently, man. We was talking about the same thing, man. How Martin, people want to see Martin, and we was talking about how me and Russell was just talking about how Bernie Mac developed that I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Me and Russell was talking. It came because a comedian before Bernie got booed in New York on Def Comedy Jam, and that was his first time in New York, Bernie.
Yeah.
When he came out, he did a joke and it rocked. He said, "I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers."
Yeah. Oh wow, because they didn't tape all the comedians because they would have a bunch of them, but some of them they recorded. Correct. Just like Def Poetry. Yeah, absolutely.
And
So
Martin,
now,
all this time, he's just now getting his star too. After all these years, how hot he was.
He should have had it 20 years ago.
Just
Martin,
now getting all that. Yeah.
Just got a star.
What was that about? Like,
I have no idea. I think, like just being honest, I think everybody's getting a little nervous because of Jamie Foxx and his condition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Jamie Foxx, it's touch and go. Prayers up for Jamie Foxx and the Fox family.
Right.
And I think that some people are starting to realize it's just like a few years ago, Lionel Richie got I think a lifetime achievement award in 2000. I was like, Lionel Richie was old when I was young. I'm a grown ass man now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you talk about the best writers of the 80s, it's gonna be like Rick James, Prince, my dude from the Heart, Rob Templeton, and Lionel Richie. Like those names are gonna be in your top 10 of best writers in the 80s, and that's where I think the best music was formed. That was the foundation because it, from older, but the 80s it started getting real creative. But if for Lionel Richie to get a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2000, 2001, I was like, I think y'all a little late. It's just like us giving Stevie Wonder a Lifetime Achievement Award now. You got to be like, what the hell was y'all doing? Y'all fell asleep at the wheel. So for Martin to get one just recently, I was like, all right, y'all good 20 years too late. I still watch Martin. My kids watch it. We watch the reruns. The kids be like, yo, Ro, was you like that, Dad? I was like, motherfucker, I was watching it, and I was your age watching it for the first time.
Somebody dropped the ball on that, man. But
yeah,
those human accolades don't mean nothing, man. God is the provider of the real accolades, man. So that's yeah. So now we doing Def Comedy Jam. I did it with Joe Torre, and if you watch the tape when I first came out there, I was cocky. I did my jokes, and I was like, because all I knew was if you get Def Comedy Jam, you out of the hood, nigga. You good. You and your family good.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm Gerald Kelly.
Yeah.
A week later.
Crickets.
A year later.
No.
Nigga, it got so bad, man. I would call the security niggas that fired me. I was like, hey, maybe I did steal something, but
wow. Oh,
yeah, that's nuts. And you don't know because you think it looks easier than it really is. You think you just get up there, be funny, I'm on, and you get to go. But it's definitely an art.
When that shit aired and you still living in the same place you was living at the month later, you're like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. So
yeah.
Let me go get that basketball. I'm too short. Can't make it now. It's too late. I'm over. But I continued to hustle, man. Just work the local stuff in New York. Didn't even know what out of town was, man, until my man out in Detroit, man, Joe Cole, God rest his soul, promoted in Detroit. Didn't give a damn about my material or nothing. He loved me, just loved me. I called him up. He'd be like, yo, I got it booked up already next week, but I'll bump everybody and bring you out. He would bring you to Detroit. You didn't even know how much money he was getting. You didn't know who was picking you up from the airport. He was a street dude. He did everything like a street dude.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, but you get to Detroit, you do a bunch of shows, and he hit you on the late night at 12 in the morning after the last show. Yo, meet me in the lobby. Come downstairs in the lobby. You get an envelope or some cash or whatever. He said, yo, your flight leave at here's your flight stuff. You don't even know when you're going back, but you didn't care. He would take care of me.
Right.
Sometimes it'd be $1,500. Sometimes it'd be $700, $600. You don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just wanted to, right.
You wanted to showcase your talent. I got
and
you.
I was going to Detroit, and my first tour when I left New York was going to Miami. My man Marvin Dixon had a Miami Nights comedy night weekend in Miami. I used to go out there and tear Miami up, bro. And it was like I was one of the few comedians from New York that was on the road like that early. Comedian talent. Talent was out of talent was getting a lot out of town. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people that's not on that Tracy Morgan level. Tracy Morgan,
but they right, yes,
but they right, right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I was happy, but at home the marriage was failing.
You was always on the road.
Yeah. I didn't want to be married though. I didn't want to be. I just wanted to just take care of my child, man. But we started bumping heads, and then I got her pregnant again.
You knew
my daughter. So now I'm like, I got a daughter now. I got a little girl. I got to make sure, I got to do this the right way. And man, I'm doing comedy and it's not working. And then one time I was on tour, I was out of town. My mom called me and she says, Gerald, I'm letting you know now before you go back to New York, she moved out. She got another place. I said, wow. So I came back home. I told her straight up, my son is coming with me. We both living in New York, so we both in the Bronx, so it's not like, it's a lot of distance. Yeah. My son coming with me.
Wow.
Now, is this the son that was on the America's Got Talent?
No, he's too young. No? I mean, he's older. Yeah, he's way older.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, his first son is 30, 30 plus.
I did see them on there. I wrote their names down.
Isaiah's 30.
Isaiah. I'm thinking of one of the younger ones.
So now, she tripping. She said, "This is the first son."
Whoa, it's like
that. So yeah, man. So now, Rocky, I'm back. I got to come back. I got to. I keep the apartment. She moved out, and I got access to my little one. You know what I'm saying? My big one, my boy. She got my daughter, but I still get my daughter with me and take her places. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be a better parent than he was. That's my motive.
But how are you able to do that when you're a comedian that travels and you want primary custody of your son? Like, how does that work?
Because the gigs wasn't coming in like that. It wasn't like I'm going out of town every weekend. This was like 97.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so, nah, you was cooking. Nah, you was cooking because you was doing the Black College tours. And then you was making your way around. Because matter of fact, I want to say I was introduced to you around that time.
Yeah, but the problem was though, you would get a Black College tour, get 2 or 3 or 4 colleges. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't getting the money that Steve and all these other guys. Gotcha. He was getting the scraps. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming in with the mindset of I'll take what I need to take just to take care of my children. And that model right there hurt my career financially for a long time because cats knew secretly, we could give him 300.
Yeah.
Right.
Gerald Kelly will take 300. I'm gonna try it. So you know what I'm saying? I didn't know this until I, got on another level.
Later on. Yeah.
And so because they knew that I gotta take care of my babies. My thing was, let me take care of my children. I gotta take care of my children. Hey man, it's all you got is $150. Okay. All right. I got a stepdaughter that don't speak to me right now who I raised. I got stepkids that don't speak to me who I raised right now in my last marriage. I raised them for like 11 years. And I saw one of them recently and she did like this and hey. I pulled her to the side. I said, what's hey? I said, let me explain something to you. Me and mommy might not be together right now, but do you know how many bars and clubs I had to run into to go grab a little bit of money to get your hair done, get your outfits for graduation?
Bars, yeah.
Get food on this table. I said, you guys are realizing, you guys are all grown, so y'all all over 19. So y'all when y'all get your own families one day, you'll look back and go, damn, the sacrifices. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah.
I was always that kind of comedian, the hustler. I'm a beast on $20,000 a show level, but you can get him for $1,000.
Yes.
Right. That's like a crack deal. Yeah.
And the promoters, look, janky promoters, so they're going to try you every time.
So and not just the promoters, the comedians who would get a certain amount of money in the budgets, and they knew they got 10 grand, and go,
wow,
I'm gonna get a dope ass show, and they'll call you up. You don't really know the budget.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's bad.
You don't know the budget.
You just explained something to me, but we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got what you just said.
Yeah.
I just got it.
So now you get a phone call and you sit in the crib. I got these mouths to feed, and you get a phone call. I'm sorry, God damn, man. You get a phone call and hey man, that's they lying is a problem when the numbers are ugly. I got 760 for you.
Oh.
I got 688 for you.
Ah.
Fuck the 88, where did 88 come from? You know what I'm saying?
That's marketing. That's like 1999.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. But it seemed like though, why didn't? I mean, when you had started meeting people, you knew people, like, why? How come somebody didn't reach out to you, or did you not put yourself, in the position for them to be like, hey, yo, man, we got this thing going on over here. Did they not? Even like Tracy Morgan, you knew him. Did they not reach back, or you just kind of put yourself to the side? Like, did you do that intent? You know what I mean?
Great friend of mine, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace.
Wow.
Nipsey Hussle used to always say, our culture is contagious. And it goes back from the beginning. Our culture is contagious. Those are Nipsey's words. Our culture is contagious. And you could take that back to the 80s and 70s and the 60s and the 50s and the 90s, whatever.
Yeah.
Our culture is contagious, man. We are in a me society when it comes down to our culture, our people. And not all, but I say most, not even some, most. So if a guy gets an opportunity, or a gal gets an opportunity to get the budget for a show, and they can spread it out however they choose to. Like you call me and say, Gerald, I want to do a big show.
Yeah, I got you.
I got thousands. I got 20,000 for you. Put together the show for me, 1,000 seats. You know what I'm saying? It's up to me to go get a show with that 20,000 that's going to pack that venue up. But a lot of guys would go, hey man, I got such and such, funny as hell. And you'd be like, oh, I love him. I love her. I love her. I love him. You thinking it's costing $2,500 for that person. That person got $500 or $800 or $1,000. And because of their situation, they're going to be accepted to it until they find out one day what's really going on. And that's what
your value is. So is it don't value yourself? What about if it's just valuing yourself? Because it's hard to, like, most people when they start off, even if you're an entrepreneur artist, you don't charge people a lot. You don't know how to charge people. You don't know what's really good and what's not. So you do accept it thinking, hey, well, that's more than I was had, or that's more than that person has, so it ain't that bad. So is a part of it not valuing yourself too? You know what I mean? Even if you know what I mean? Like, no, I need 10 grand. I don't want no 800. Let
me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I watch a lot of comedians say what they want, and either you go and get it or you just walk away from it, right? I used to watch Mike Epps say, hey, this what it is. Let them niggas know this what it is. And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Chris Tucker, I watched Chris Tucker's, I've been privy enough to book shows for Monique and Cedric and, you know what I'm saying? And guys on that level, Michael Blackson. Cats would call me, go, can you get Michael Blackson?
Yeah.
And I'll call Mike. Mike, tell him what it is. I'll tell him what it is. And next thing I know, these people are making those transactions. So I remember the first time I stepped out and said, for the first time I said, 700. Hey man, you got the wrong number, brother. Hello. And they hung up. Hello. I'm like, what did I do?
I just lost out. Trying to keep my ego and my pride. Yeah, I done messed up. Now I'm broke.
Call that nigga back. Hey man, I was just joking, man. I'm working on that new joke called 700. That's what that is. New joke called 700.
Wow.
But then after that, I said, that's it. I know my worth.
Yeah. Well, now I have to ask this question because she asked one, but watch this. Why didn't your agent, or did you have an agent? Because your agent should have been telling you, like, listen, Gerald, you're on this level. You've been in Def Comedy Jam. You've been on Comic View.
At the Apollo.
You've been at the Apollo. Yeah. You've been in Laugh Factory. You're going around the country. You're more visible. And, you did spot appearances in different shows. You should be commanding this. Your agent should be like, don't call me with anything less than 8,000.
I didn't have an agent at the time.
There it is.
Was it? Didn't realize. Let me tell you something. I forgot who it was, man. They said to me one day, it's called show business.
The business.
It's 20% show, 80% business.
Business.
And I was horrible with the business. I didn't know. People perish from a lack of knowledge.
Gotcha.
I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a father. That's where, growing up, having that dad, that real father in your life to go, hey, this is how you handle this. This is how you handle that. This is how you handle this, how you handle that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have none of that. And mom was such a hustler. She had to hustle and take care, 4 or 5 kids. And she never had real time to sit down and go, that comedy stuff. And it's crazy because I watch my son's mother, my oldest son's mother, not really be involved with his career because she felt she didn't have a knowledge of what was going on. My middle son's mother, Joshua's mom, she wasn't really privy. She didn't really get involved in whatever. But my little son, Hunter, his mom is she's a business guru. So I'm saying she taught, and me being with her for almost about 10 years, she showed me a lot.
Gotcha.
I used to watch her in the house. I used to watch her in the house and go, yo, I'm gonna accept this because we need that. She says, no, the hell you not. No, you're not. And you know the strong. I'm telling you, you get the right sister around you, bro.
Facts. Bars.
Yeah. So I was like, what? So then one day I told the promoter, I need $5,000 for that.
Yep.
The nigga said yes too quick.
Yep, you like, too low.
Oh, I should have
said 10. I should have said
right?
10.
I came down. Right.
Before I finished the sentence, it was already Zelle to me. I'm like, it was in my account. I'm like, no.
So he was gonna pay you more than that. He was like, oh, good, I'll give this.
So now, man, we don't leave a house, man, for less than a certain amount of money. And,
sure.
it's still, we haven't touched the money that we were going to touch, that we were supposed to touch. I look up now, it's crazy because my oldest son is in venues across America that told me no for years.
Wow, look at that.
Told me no.
Woo!
Get your book.
That's
We can't
strong.
Get you. My oldest son has just celebrated 21 years as a professional comedian. He started at 10 years old. He's 31 now. And he just signed one of the biggest agencies in Hollywood about 6 months ago. So he's really, doing some major stuff, man. So, and they all are. The little one was just with Kevin Hart recently. The little 9-year-old was just with Kevin Hart recently in Springfield, Massachusetts. Kev, and so it's I don't want to speed past the interview, but that's And
Yeah.
Joshua's actually with me right now. We get ready to go do
Stand up for the homeless.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
So you're on mental health advocacy. Okay.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, we got to think. We started Stand Up for the Homeless about, I want to say about a year ago, about a year and a half. But no, I'm sorry, about 3 years ago. We started Stand Up for the Homeless. It was just we sell our merchandise at all our shows. We use the money to go put homeless people in hotels. So we go find homeless people in every city we go to. We go find a bunch of homeless people and feed them, get them off the streets, and then ask them where they staying at. When they say we're staying under a bridge or outside, I go, nah, not tonight. It's not this week. So we put them in a hotel for a few days or a week. And now we're not interested. We turned down a couple of stand-up comedy specials, regular ones. We don't want to do the regular stuff. Nothing's regular about what I have going on with my sons. So we're going to do stand-up for the homeless. So we're going to fill up venues with homeless people.
Oh man, that's dope.
And perform.
Bars. I'm gonna have to give you a hand clap on that.
Hold on now, because let's talk about some of the business. How are they going to be able to afford a Gerald Kelly Senior show?
They don't have to. It's free.
Okay, because if you do a free show, you got to pay for the venue, so it's really coming out of your pocket. You're saying.
Well, here's the deal: too much is given, much is required. So I got to do my job in the eyes of the Lord. So what it is, and He'll bless everything that's going on. So right now it's costing nothing. Me and my babies, me and my younger sons, we take them to the mall, take them shopping. You know what I'm saying? And what's going to happen is we're going to get them in hotels. They're going to get cleaned up. And I got barbers. If you go to my page on Instagram, you'll see at one of my live shows in Philadelphia recently, I got a homeless dude from under the bridge, and brought him into the comedy club. And we got him clothes. And this guy said, Gerald, I got clothes in my trunk. Man, I give away free clothes. Got a nice sweater. And one guy walked into the show, said, Gerald, I'm a barber. I got my clippers in the car. I cut his hair right now.
Look at that. Woo, that's powerful.
I brought him up on stage. He was so nervous. He was doing this the whole night. I brought him up on stage, and everybody gave him a standing ovation. And I gave him the microphone.
Oh, man.
Gave him the microphone. I said, hold this mic, and you stand here, and I stand here. You see what I just did? Yeah. He says, no. I said, we switch places. I can be in your shoes
anytime.
And you could be in my shoes. I said, tonight, the rest of this week, you're gonna stay in a hotel. So everybody started clapping. I said, I said, go get you something to eat. We fed him. He enjoyed the comedy show.
Dope. That's dope.
Got his hair cut, feeling good. He started telling me his story. We hanging out. I'd get him to the hotel at the end of the night. I got him a room at the Sheraton for 5 nights. The guys in Philly that live in Philly said, Gerald, when you leave Philly tomorrow and he's at the hotel for a week, we got him from there. From there. So now the general manager called me and said, I heard what you're doing. I'm gonna give him another week free. I said, yeah, I left the debit card there so you guys can, if he orders room service. They said, Mr. Kelly, don't worry about your debit card. We can avoid that. We're gonna give him free food and everything. And then the barber came there, they picked him up, they took him somewhere. Now, as of yesterday, this homeless gentleman is working. He's working a job.
He got a job.
One of the Philadelphia guys, and he's going back and forth to the hotel, and they're going to get him an apartment. So
wow, man, that's
man, I'm talking about over 800 homeless people we put in hotels in the last couple of years. So I think it's like 828, something like that. We go live with it. One time we went live with it in Tallahassee. I got goosebumps talking about it. We go live with it in Tallahassee, Florida. We go live with it, right? This guy's the coolest dude you ever want to meet, man. So my room is 190, 151. My son's room, the young son's, is 152. The homeless dude is 153. So we got the joining our door.
Yeah,
and going back and forth.
So we go in there. I go in there. Little Hunter on the he on
the game.
A pillow fight with the homeless guy. So they have the pillow fights, watching the games. We go in there, order pizza, everybody chilling, laughing. And I put it on my live. I'm so glad I put it on my live. This white gentleman named Daniel Smith inboxed me, said, Gerald, please give me a call. This is very urgent. I called him. He said, Mr. Kelly, I love what you're doing. I saw it on your live. That guy I went to high school with, he was an incredible human being. We wondered what happened to him. I'm in Michigan right now. I own a couple of big businesses. I own studio apartments in a nice
man, you gonna make me cry.
He said, I want to book him an airline ticket tomorrow out of Florida back with us. He's not the homeless guy. His name is Barron. Me and him are super tight now. Me and him talk every day. I never forget.
Man.
He called me about 2 weeks after he got back to Michigan and said, Mr. Kelly. I said, what's up? He said, it's Brandon. I said, you don't be calling me no damn Mr. Kelly. I'm GK, you BK, BK and GK. I said, how you doing? He said, I'm doing wonderful, man. Thanks to you. I said, no, I ain't thank you to me. Thank to God. He says, yeah, you're right. Thank you and God, man. He said, but what's your routing number for your bank?
What he was trying to do?
Your routing number.
Yeah.
He's trying to send you money?
I want to send you some money, man. I said, nah, man, I'm okay. He said, I'm demanding that you send me your information or your Zelle because I want to send you something because I'm doing so great because of you. I want to send you something so you can bless others.
Wow.
That's what's
Y'all
up.
right, oh?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He started coughing. He passed through the damn mic or something.
So is that is that some of the reasons why you take your look? You need your you might. Is that the reasons why you take your sons with you on the tour when you go? I know one tour you took your son with you. I seen you on the Breakfast Club, and he was like, "Nah, they with me. They come with me when I do some things."
Well, see,
just to teach them the business and so they can see,
business and
what's happening.
So,
yeah.
So my people go, hey man, man, your sons do comedy with you, man, all over the world. That's a blessing. Yada yada yada. They think that it's just something that just. I said, your guys got to do comedy.
That's what they wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
What it was is, I had 3 sons by 3 different women, 3 different mothers, amazing mothers. You know what I'm saying? And when we weren't together anymore, I'm a real father. I'm not going to turn my back on my kids. I don't give a damn if I got a show to do. And it's my weekend with my children. I'm not giving up my week or weekend with my kids. So guess what? We're a comedy fraternity. My little son, Isaiah was 9 years old, hanging out with Bill Bellamy, Chris Tucker, Chris Rock. So we'd be at the comedy clubs. He'd be in the back. Joshua was 5 years old, hanging out with talent, Capone, Rob Stapleton.
That's incredible.
And now Hunter.
Yeah, so he had the influence. Yeah, he had a bunch of uncles.
Hunter's 9. Hunter grew up in the comedy game. You know what I'm saying? At 1 year old, he knew everybody. My little 9-year-old son, at any day you look at his phone, he's texting Tony Rock, Chris, Kevin Hart, Corey Holcomb, what's her name? He calls her auntie, Samore.
Okay.
The baby knows everybody. He knows everyone. So we the first father and sons comedy tour in the history of stand-up comedy. There's never been a dad.
Word. Boy.
Be like LeBron and Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we did NBC America's Got Talent.
Yeah, I remember that.
Together. When we did that changed the whole narrative of everything. Right after we did that, we did a television show in Ghana for Discovery about a comedy family moving from America to Africa. And now, right now, we're working on 2 different other potential projects with Heartbeat and Mona Scott. And I'm doing stand-up for the homeless, though. My main concern right now is getting this to the next level, man.
Now, this is the part I wanted to know about because I'm just being honest, your story is incredible and I'm learning more. So, as you begin talking, you might have noticed, as soon as you start talking about your comedy journey after the military, I kind of step back because I'm just like, okay. Because in my eyes, during the 90s, I was first introduced to you. So for me, I was like, oh no, I've been a big fan for a minute. But then when I saw America's Got Talent and they would try to introduce you like new and upcoming talent, I was just like, what are y'all talking about? This man been on the scene for 15 years. You know what I mean? And he was doing at a high level. So he's not, no. So when they was trying to like press like, you know, he's the new guy, I said, okay, maybe that's a narrative they just want to push. Because I want to know, just being honest, about the original Kings of Comedy of New York, because it was yourself, Rob Stapleton, Talent, Capone, and it was, I think, another person.
Drew Frazier.
And you guys, I promise you, I've ventured and seen a lot of comedians, you know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why people be saying, yo, oh, you funny, you should. I'd be like, no, I respect the talent too much. I'm living room funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm funny in the living room. You know, I've been around comedians. Them mugs is different. You know what I mean? And that's a true talent. Just because you're funny, don't think you can step on that stage. You know, so I'm not the type of person to disrespect that particular craft. So I want to really know what happened. But remember when I just said you taught me something and I didn't know, and it kind of, solved one of my questions when you said somebody put a show together. I don't want to say who, because I don't want to disparage anyone's name, because that's your story to tell. So they may put a show together, and I said, oh, he got the heavier, because I used to frequent Nails probably every Friday. That's why I seen all of you, Mom. So I'm looking like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like, because I could tell you when they did this, the Kings of Comedy, I was there at the pre-show. People don't really know the original show of the Kings of Comedy, the one with Steve Harvey and all, it happened in Greensboro. And then the next, I believe, week and a half, that was the Charlotte show where they actually did the filming. So the walkthrough show was in Greensboro. The next show where they went live was in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, yo, them niggas is right there. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like each one of them is heavy. You know what I mean? Like some people have their preference, like, yeah, I like Talent. I was like, his is slow. I said fast-headed because he talked fast, because, I think he part Dominican. Capone. I said Gerald Kelly, he'll hit you, but, he'll tell you a story. And then punchline hit you in your face, you ain't see it. I said they all got different styles, but they all top-notch. No. And when it didn't fall through and they were saying some money issues, I was like, damn, I want to know the story. But, I was a nobody. I'm just sitting back and you hear everybody other versions of, when somebody tells you a story, but they leave out their own bullshit. You know what I mean? You got to look at it like, you know what I mean? Like if you tell me your bullshit within the story, I'll be like, yo, that's authentic.
So you want to know what happened.
Yeah, like, because y'all was on the precipice and y'all was out of here. And I want to know what broke that up.
So one thing about me, man, I'm a straight shooter, man. I'm not going candy coach. That's probably why some of my career I didn't get booked at certain places, but I'm okay now, man. I'm at peace with myself, knowing that I'm one of the funniest motherfuckers in comedy. And my children are working. We got deals on the table. We just did a TV show. We all over the country. So Negroes can't stop your movement. And I'm being nice by saying Negroes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because there are amazing Black men and women in this industry, in this world, who've supplanted and taken everybody and pulled people in and did things for others and taking them to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, I love both of them to pieces. Cat Williams and Kevin Hart have fed so many comedians, put so many comedians on next level platforms. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats that's in position don't. They don't reach back. They really don't reach back. A lot of them. You can name them and I'll go, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But I remember, and when it comes down to the New York Kings of Comedy, that was an amazing package of comedians, Talent, Capone, Stapleton, Drew Frazier, and myself, and amazing. But in my opinion, that wasn't the funniest motherfucker in New York.
I think y'all was the most polished. Y'all was right there on the cut, like y'all were all polished. Who you say was funny?
Dude, Freddie Ricks is one of the most incredible comedians to ever touch a microphone.
Freddie Ricks? Okay.
Freddie Ricks.
All right.
You remember Freddie Ricks from the movie Shaft, Baby Boy? Freddie Ricks, his impersonations is impeccable. Freddie Ricks is probably the most talented cat to ever come out of New York.
You said in Baby Boy. What part did he play in Baby Boy?
He put a small part at the end in Baby Boy. He was in that movie with the pops, the dad that played in Baby Boy. Freddie Ricks is at the end of the movie with the dad at the car.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, the car standing there. Oh, okay. Okay. He was standing there. I got you.
Yeah. But Smokey, comedian Smokey.
Oh, he's in everything. Every hood movie he in.
Yeah.
Because y'all from Harlem. Y'all talk,
I know Smokey.
People from Harlem has that quick way of speaking. So that's why I like. But he was under, like not under. I want to say, try to make sure I'm not belittle.
I don't think he, as far as
younger
than
than
you. Yeah, he was. He came in the business. You know what I'm saying?
He came in the business way under.
But JB Smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, JB Smooth.
JB Smooth is an absolute animal. And when JB Smooth will have you.
No, he's nice, but as an actor, but as a stand-up, I've been there. Listen, I was there.
I'm a comedian.
I was there.
I'm a comedian.
JB Smooth is a comedian's comedian.
Okay.
That's what I was about to ask.
See, you see him as an actor now.
Yeah. No, I see him in stand-up too.
His stand-up is in.
I saw Chris Rock's younger brother. What's the boy?
Tony Rock.
Tony Rock.
I saw Tony Rock's second show when he was at the Cellar in New York, and he was just. And Tony Rock. Let me say
Tony Rock's a beast.
He's a monster.
Yeah, Tony Rock's funny.
I saw him unpolished. I saw the unpolished Tony Rock. I saw you guys. You guys were already bold riff rap and said, "Okay, put these 5 guys on a network right now, and y'all can hold your own." Everybody else had to get seasoned. So that's why when you said that, I said you guys were right there, next level. All they had to do is say, here go NBC, here go ABC. They could have just pushed you in any direction.
But he said, you saying it was Kings of Comedy, but there could have been somebody else on there.
Like he's talking about. So he's talking
funnier.
about guys that's just funny on the stage. And I say, I've seen some great ones there. I've seen some people bomb too. But when I'm trying to say it as a person, and I seen y'all as a college kid as well as an adult, and I said, yo, he's polished, he's ready, he's a finished product. All he needs is an opportunity and a platform. These other people, are you saying that? Because I'm not so familiar with some of these names, except JB Smooth.
So, I mean, when we first put the New York Kings together, we were playing basketball in Mount Vernon.
Gotcha.
Comedians versus teachers or somebody. JB Smooth was up there. We were sitting in the locker room. JB Smooth, Drew Fraser, Talent, Capone, myself, Rob Stapleton, and a couple others. And we was talking about putting together the New York Kings of Comedy. That's where it originated from. Now, remember this. Remember this, what I'm telling you now. It was us putting this together.
Correct.
It wasn't Rob Stapleton. It wasn't Rob Stapleton. It wasn't Capone. It wasn't Talent. It wasn't Drew Fraser. It wasn't Gerald Kelly. It wasn't JB Smooth. It was us. JB Smooth was too busy. JB Smooth was on the version. He was taking off, so he couldn't do it anyway. So now we doing we having a meeting, and we go, yo, Bernie and Steve and them are doing this, then the third, man, we could do the New York version of that. You know what I'm saying? So let's put that together. You know what I'm saying? So we get together, we have a couple meetings, and Talent was already in places that none of us were yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Did the movie Sunset Park, you know, him and the late great Heavy D with videos with Chris Tucker. Talent was supposed to, he had a shot to be
off the road. Yeah, Chris Tucker. Gotcha.
Talent was on that level.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and you know, God has you where you are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look down on where he's at now. Talent is a icon from New York City, and he works all over the country. And he's still getting on big platforms. He's on the April Fool's show with Samoa and them. So, but I'm saying Talent was doing movies at one time where a little bit of this with the industry.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? But he didn't go this way. He just leveled out a little bit. Capone has always been, out of all of us, in my opinion, the baddest businessman, best businessman. That motherfucker, boy. Capone could sell water to a whale.
Yeah, he talk quick. He talk quick.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Capone could be like, telling the whale, I'm gonna tell you why you need to buy this water. Well, is already in water going. Tell me why. Tell me how. He'll sell a well some water with a bandana that said Team Capone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Got you.
Drew Frazier was always business. Very, very intelligent. And to me, Drew Frazier is one of the best comedians in the game, period, with the ink pen.
Gotcha.
The shit he used to talk about was Rob Stapleton was a hustler where he could hustle, he could do the business, he could hustle, he could get you in places where, you know, you'd be like, how'd you get that venue? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So me, I just had raw talent. But I had a lot of with me because I came from a lot of shit.
Gotcha.
Like Jay-Z said in that song, when I was born, it was sworn I wasn't gonna be shit. So I came from that. No dad, I gotta take care of my kids. I'm doing stand-up for a different reason. I'm doing stand-up to take care of my babies so they don't have to suffer like I suffered. And none of these dudes that I mentioned knew anything about my motherfucking past or where I come from. They just know that we're a team. So we sat down in that locker room in Mount Vernon and put the New York Kings of comedy together. We, remember that word, we.
Yeah.
Was doing good, man. Doing 5, 6 shows in New York, the region.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I remember being on Hot 97. Talent was up there doing an interview about Caroline's. We was doing the New York Kings. Yep. And they called us, we called in, and Bernie Mac, God rest his soul, Bernie Mac had called the station, was doing an interview for something else. And they asked Bernie Mac, has you ever heard of the New York Kings? And he's like, New York King? Who the hell is the New York King? They don't know the New York King. It's Bernie, Steve, And we took offense to it.
As you should.
It was gloves off.
Yep.
Right.
First of all, it's a New York radio.
Yep.
And we legends in our city.
Yep.
I can't come to Chicago and do Chicago radio and go, Chicago King. Who the hell is it? So now talent knows how to smooth things out, but get you. Me, I'm gonna say what the fuck is on my mind.
Facts.
Capone gonna say it too. Drew gonna fall back a little bit, you know, don't want the smoke, don't want, you know, don't worry about that shit, man. You know, who cares what people say? That's true. Drew can get you from going to jail, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Stapleton might say how he feels, you know, probably just like a Capone would, you know. But Stapleton will say it. Sorry about that. Stapleton will say it, but he'll finesse it. So now, talent goes, he's on the radio. Yeah. Hey, man, you know, we New York Kings, man, you know. Y'all call yourselves the Kings of Comedy, you know, but there's other Kings of Comedy that's in this business. Chris Tugg is a king. Chris Rock's a king. Richard Pryor's a king. Eddie Murphy's a king. So, you know, like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, smooth it out. And then that's the ammunition we needed. We needed Bernie Mac to say something about the New York Kings on New York radio.
Yeah, look, Jay-Z got in the crowd when 50 Cent was coming up. He said, I'm about $1. What the f is 50 Cent? 50 Cent gave him, said, thank you. You just put me on a map.
That's it.
Yeah.
So Bernie, by saying that, you know, the moon has howled back at the wolf. Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right.
And that's all we needed.
Absolutely.
So now, we doing the tour. We touring. New York Kings of Comedy. You know, we shit April Fool's Day show, Madison Square Garden. We selling out the Apollo. I'm not the business guy in this yet. Capone, and you know, talent, Stapleton handle a lot of the business. I'm the guy you call, what time to be there, how much I'm getting, this is what I got to do to promote, and boom, I'm gonna go knock it out the park. God rest his soul, Malik Sealy passed away. His funeral was the day that we had to launch the New York Kings of Comedy in New York.
Wow. Yeah, he was St. John legend, New York. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Love Malik. So it was extra for us. We went to the funeral. I'm at the funeral. I'm like, man, when I get on that stage, I'm dedicating this to Malik. So we was at the Apollo. We sold the Apollo out. And it was on from there. It was 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2000.
Mm-hmm.
So 23 years later, the New York Kings are still around. I'm no longer part of the New York Kings, but Talent introduced me on stage the other night. He's one of the original New York Kings. This is my nigga.
Yeah.
He said, but he also said this. He got one of the biggest tours in comedy across the country, the Father and Sons comedy tour.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened was, some years ago, I want to say Hunter's 9 going on 10. Hunter was 1, so like 8.5 years ago, maybe. My baby's little. We have this little thing called a wedding. This little thing called a honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't live in New York anymore. I'm living in Georgia. So they were meeting every Wednesday to put the New York Kings back together.
Wait a minute. The time, because you remember, New York Kings of Comedy is 2000. What you're talking about is 2013, 2012, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about because we did it for years. 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but around that 5 and 6, something happened around in that time period.
We stopped.
Yeah. What happened?
I think everybody just got busy. Everybody just got busy doing other things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was like, yo, and that's why I was like, I'm following your timeline, making sure.
So it's like 12, 13.
Okay.
12, 13. Stapleton wants to, we talking at Southside, I think. I believe it's Southside. I'm not sure where we was at, whatever. And we talking about putting together the bringing the band back.
Got you.
So we had a meeting everybody had a meeting. I think Talent's mom had passed away. God bless her soul. So Talent was like really not to the meeting and all that because he was going through some stuff. And I remember Stapleton said, yo, man, been calling Talent, man. We got to get this stuff. I said, man, he'll be there. We'll talk. His mom passed away. He's still mourning. He's going through this thing. He said he's down. Let's do it. The reunion. It's us. Remember, we started the New York Kings. Not one motherfucker started it. Not, you know what I'm saying? We started it.
Yeah.
So now
I'm going with you. I'm with you.
So now I'm in Georgia. I don't live in New York anymore. Capone got a crib in Jersey, a crib in Atlanta, but he hosts Amateur Night at the Apollo. So he's always in New York on Wednesdays. So these people always, the meet time is Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You can't do it.
It's Wednesday. So they call me, they all together. They calling me on Wednesday. So we talk every Wednesday about this show we're going to do, these shows we're going to do at Caroline's that fall.
Okay.
We go over the money. Everybody's supposed to get a certain amount of bread, yada, 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 yada. Right? Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me back up. Hunter was born. Hunter's due date, his mother's due date was August 7th, 2016. The baby came August 10th, 2016.
Okay, a week early.
She's in Massachusetts. We're living in Massachusetts. So 2016, the New York Kings are at Caroline's doing 6 shows. Right? 6 shows. Not 2016. Hunter's 9 says 20. What's that? 20.
That's 2014.
2013. He's born 2013.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah. So now there was the agreement was to make a certain amount of money per guy. I think it was like 5,000 a man. And all the then we did bonuses. So you're gonna make another bonus of 5,000. So everybody walk away with 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? That was the conversation for we.
Mm-hmm.
I never had to go. I never had to ever go. Let me see the paperwork. Let me see. You know.
Yeah.
Because you know, I
Right.
trusted. Everybody trusted each other.
Yeah.
Right.
So I got a phone call on the third show. Got a phone call, and I had to still go on stage. Phone call was Hunter's mother was rushed to emergency. They had to do an emergency C-section.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember, excuse my language, remember, for comedy, I'm a father first.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just a dad, man. I'm like a mama jor, man. I'm a mom and a dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nurturer.
Yeah.
So now I'm scared for this woman because I don't know what, I'm like, oh my God. So I'm on stage literally with the microphone performing like this.
Mm-hmm.
I get off the stage. I tell the crowd what's going on. I gotta go. My wife just got rushed to emergency section. Yada 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 yada. I gotta get to Massachusetts. Got to get up there. It's 3 hours away. I gotta take a Greyhound bus or Amtrak. Whatever I gotta do to get out of there. I get off the stage. My mom calls me. She says, "Gerald, Nard, my middle name Bernard. Nard, I'm in a yellow taxi. I'm on my way to Caroline's to get you. Let's go. We get in that bus to go up there. Greyhound goes. Da, 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 da. Boom. The manager of the club goes, Gerald, I don't know if you're gonna make it back here, but tomorrow night shows, but the envelopes with the checks are inside the green room, the office right there. Go in there and grab there's no names on the envelopes because the weekend's not over yet. But just check your envelope, find your envelope.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick up the first envelope, open up the check because you got to look to see what was because there's no names.
Oh.
Names on the checks. The amount don't match what we said we were getting.
Right.
Oh.
Mm.
I look at another check. And I got my check. Whoa. I don't beef. Never brought it to their attention. I jump because I'm thinking about my baby and my wife.
At that time, yeah, sure.
So I jump in the car with my mom, the yellow taxi. Boom, 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 boom. We get to 34th Street. I told my mom what just happened. And she's like, I told you. Can't be trusted, mother, because you got to get your own shit, yada, yada, you know, yada, yada.
Right, too, yeah.
So now I'm up top. I get to the hospital the next morning. Then like a 6-hour ride on the bus with stops. Yeah. Get to the hospital the next morning. She delivered the baby. I'm holding the baby. I'm not holding the baby like my dad held me and left. I'm holding the baby like I'm gonna be here,
right.
Be here for, you know. But the mentality that I got is, if I don't go back tonight to do the last 2 shows, knowing what I already know, somebody might take away that 5,000 bonus. So, because I'm thinking 10,000 could really do wonders for me and my family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I lean over to her after I'm kissing her. You know, she just gave birth. And I go, hey, I got the last 2 shows tonight in New York. I know we really need the money. Is it okay if I go back? She says, yes, baby, go back. So I go back. I'm steaming going back now.
Because now you know.
But I don't say
now
nothing.
You know.
I don't say nothing. I don't say anything. I do the shows, get my bread, get a bullshit handshake, you know, with the left hand. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So now I'm out of there. Back. I'm back up north the next night with my family, and they discharged her.
Wait. Did they know that the checks were different too? Did they know, or did they find out? Because if they didn't look at everybody else's, then maybe they were the same way you were.
It ain't what you were, what you negotiate, right?
Everybody was supposed to get
an even
the same amount.
Correct.
And remember, I wasn't privy to doing
the business.
to the business that they would, because they, if you call me and you say, hey man, us three right here doing shows together, you getting
Right.
5, I'm getting 5, and she getting 5. We know we going and getting 5, and then we gonna get bonus. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now my antenna's up on everything.
Got you.
So
Wow.
so now here we go. Some years later, the rebirth of it again. We about to put it back together.
Mhm.
I'm every Wednesday we're on the phones. Good conversation, talking to deals, what's going on. They together because they all in New York.
Right.
It's easy for
Right.
them.
And you still
I'm in
ain't
Atlanta.
said nothing.
I don't live in Atlanta no more. I still ain't say nothing. No, not at all. I live in Atlanta. So I can't be in New York like that. We could do this on the phone.
Yeah.
We wasn't doing FaceTime in 20,
Right.
whatever that was or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hunter was I guess 2, I don't know, whatever. But me and his mom get ready to go on a honeymoon. The wedding is over. And I remember one conversation on the phone. One of the guys said, yo, G, you got to be here with us, man. I said, yo, man, I don't live in New York. I'm not coming up there for a meeting. We could just do it over the phone, or we could do Zoom or whatever was out at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And it was talking about getting a photo shoot where we all got to be together for the photo shoot to make it look official. I said, I'm down for that, but there's ways you can Photoshop me in my suit and with yours for flyer purposes. I said, because I don't have the time right now because I'm getting ready to go on my honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
One of the guys, I'm not going to say, said, hey, yo, man, Capone is here all the time, man. You can make sense. I said, man. So the other, Drew Fraser jumped in and said, hey, man, he said he's going on his honeymoon, man. I said, hey, fellas. Because at that time, I became the new Gerald Kelly. The old Gerald Kelly would have called them goons up, nigga, and nobody would have ate. And I'd have been up there like, nigga, what? Let's do this. But the new Gerald Kelly was like, hey, guys, I'm going to respectfully get off the phone. God bless you guys. I'll see y'all soon. I'm about to, about a week, about 3 days later, I get a phone call from Capone. Yo, what up, big dog? I'm in the car. Isaiah's driving the car. Me and my wife are in the car. He's driving us to the airport to go on a honeymoon. Isaiah goes, Capone goes, yo, you got a second? I go, yeah, what's up, bro? Talk to me, man. Cap. That's my guy. Yeah. He goes, hey, man, such and such said that you called Caroline to find out what the real money was. And that was violation going by. Everybody felt that was violation going behind our back to do that as a team. The Caroline's owner, his name is Louis Ferranda, told the guy that Gerald Kelly's been calling me, trying to find out what the money was. So we all got together today and decided that we got to move in a different direction without you because of that's violation. So I'm laughing like, wow. You crazy. I'm like, you crazy, nigga, you joking, right? So anyway, man, what's going on, guy? He said, yo, man, I'm serious. And the reason they want me to call you is because me and you are cool. I said, mother, if we cool, you wouldn't be calling me like this, nigga. You'd be defending me with that bullshit. And what's wrong with a man calling about what the real bread is?
Yeah, business.
But to this day, I never called Caroline's about none of that shit. Me and my sons was launching a father and son show at Caroline's. And he gave us, instead of giving us primetime weekends, he was giving us Wednesday night.
Okay.
Thursday. So my reason for continuing to call Louis Ferranda repeatedly, like
for your other business. Got you.
Right.
Other business. And I kept saying to him in the voicemail, dude, I don't live in New York anymore. I know the business, dude. You mother fly artists out from all over the country. You'll put them in hotels. We need airline tickets and we need hotels, or we need either or.
Something.
He would ignore it. So when he was sitting with one of those guys, I'm not gonna say the name, he was like, Gerald Kelly's, he just keeps calling me, man. I gotta call the guy back. I love Gerald, but I gotta call him back. this guy ran with it and said, this dude, Gerald, calling about the real money. And they got together and said, we gotta go in a different direction without you. So I lost it. I called each and every one of them up and cursed them out. And the main corporate was like, hey man, I know you're doing things with your son, so that probably won't even bother you, man. I said, you nigga. I was, man, it was about to go. It was about
hurt for one. That's foul.
Because these was my bros, you know what I'm saying? Look at New Edition. They see Bobby can't dance, but they got the nigga on tour with him.
Facts.
He can't breathe.
It's crazy. It's crazy you even use the New Edition analysis because of what this went on with Johnny Gill jacking the name. You know, but Johnny Gill went behind New Edition's back and actually incorporated the group name New Edition, right?
I heard about that.
Yeah, and you just said like New Edition got Bobby, and I'm sitting there like this sound like the New Edition shit.
But you know, it sounded too. What you're saying is, Steve Harvey was saying the same thing too on the Kings about the Kings of Comedy. How when they was all going out and they were, you know, doing not far as the money, but as far as positions, you know, who's performing first, second, third, or fourth. He was like, they bringing up, they always got me coming up the rear. I'm not that type of comedian that's going to do, you're going to put Sid or Bernie right in front of me and you're going to always make me go last. So he said when he was doing the tour, when he started doing the first part, he was getting booed because he couldn't carry like the end part. And they had to eventually, you know, he was like, why can't we switch every night? Why can't we do this person do one, this person do one, this person do one? But anyway, long story short, you know, Steve Harvey said he had a little bit of that going on with the Kings of Comedy in the beginning, as far as, you know, thinking who's the best and who's going to go first, like you were saying, and maybe they didn't value the same as they valued somebody else and all of that. But I just kind of, you know, wanted to throw that in there.
They were switching the host for Kings of Comedy. So one time, D.L. Hughley was hosting the comedy show. Yeah. Then Steve Harvey. And it was like, everybody's not the great host per se. And so that was pretty awesome in there. So for me, listening to this and basically the business got fucked because, you know, anytime when you say niggas, you know what I'm saying? When you're talking about anything like, you know what, some niggas happen, that means somebody messing up the bread.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
One thing about
everything happened for a reason.
One thing about white gay men with pets, they love their pets. Louis Rana called me and was like, dude, I swear on my dog, I never said no shit like that about you calling about the fucking money. And here we are 9 years later, and I'm still saying it. But God works in mysterious ways. God had to separate me from that local shit and take me to a whole nother level. NBC, I can't name another comedian in New York that's from the urban side that's been on NBC America's Got Talent, NBC Last Comic Standing, got a TV show coming out on Discovery. Got my little one's working with Kevin Hart.
Yeah. That's ball.
My son, with Father and Son's comedy tour. We got deals on the table. Stand up for the homeless. God is amazing. He will remove you from certain. He will remove you from certain situations so you can see what he has for you. I don't need to be stuck. I don't need to be stuck with the ceiling being right here. I cringe the day when people bring me on stage and they go, one of the New York Kings.
Oh, that limits you. So you feel, I got you. I feel you.
Or, you know, just experience with it. You know what I mean? Kind of, you know.
But it limits you too. The experience was good because I looked at it as, I gotta make this money to take care of my family. Yeah. And when getting that kind of money in New York locally, I was taking care of my family. So when you remove me from that situation, you remove me from some nice, dope ass money in New York that was taking care of my family. You know what I'm saying? So now God is like, don't worry about that. I'm gonna take care of your family.
Yes. Yeah.
My baby
Right.
is 9 years old, and he got more credits than most grown comedians at 9. He got a discovery show.
Teaching them early.
Teaching them right. You teach them how to fish, they eat forever. My oldest son is in comedy clubs across the world that I can't think of. None of these urban comedians in this city have been in. And he's doing comedy clubs where he called me last night. He texted me, he said, I was at an event last night. He texted me and said, standing ovation, Dad. He's grown.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out shows in the Midwest. All white folks, mainstream. He's in the mainstream. And then Lavelle Crawford takes Isaiah for 5 years, takes my oldest son on the road with him to open up for him.
Yep.
Isaiah's doing 35, 45 minutes a night with Lavelle. Come on, man.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So there's no frustration, there's no anger, but I remember vividly what these niggas did to me.
Oh, you got rap bars now. I know that rap bar.
That's a bar.
I remember vividly what these guys overcharging for the cold crush. Yeah, you overcharging for the cold crush now. Okay, I got you.
All right.
You thought he was gonna slip a bar in there. Mm-hmm.
Hey, but I appreciate y'all. I got to get to at 4 o'clock with a bunch of kids. I promised a bunch of kids. Are y'all in New York?
No. I'm in Charlotte. I'm from Jersey, Charlotte, and she's in West Virginia.
I'm in West Virginia. That's part of, what our.
Hold on, we got to do this quick time. It's this real quick comparison we got real quick. So I want to get that before we get out here, and you'll be out of here in 2 minutes, the tops. All right. So I'm gonna just say 2 names. All right. You can say both. You can say one or the other, or you can say neither. All right. So I'm gonna give you like an easy one. Right. All right. The Knicks or the Brooklyn Nets, or Brooklyn Nets.
Knicks.
Okay, see? You know it. All right, cool. So now I'll give you a couple. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy.
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy?
Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy, which one?
Richard Pryor.
Okay. The Giants or the Jets?
Now or history-wise?
I don't give a whatever.
I see a shirt, so I'm gonna say.
Oh, you seen something?
I'm gonna say Jets.
Oh, you sound like a damn Cowboy fan. All right.
All right.
All right. Oh my God, LeBron or Michael Jordan? Yeah.
LeBron or Michael Jordan?
Yeah, I said
it. He's sweating.
Kobe.
Oh, that's some.
I thought you were going to say Isaiah Thomas.
LeBron.
All right. Look. Samore or Nia Long, the 2 sisters.
Nia Long.
That's her sister.
Oh.
Yeah. Woo.
Nigga.
I know Samore's husband, so Nia Long.
You got that one.
All right.
All right. Hold up. Going up. G.I. Joe or He-Man?
He-Man.
Oh man, that's racist. All right, okay. Keep on. Garfield or Heathcliff?
Heathcliff.
Okay. This one is to get people. Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Hold on.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'll be like looking at people like you.
That's a good way to end it on that one.
Yeah. Then we're quick because I know you gotta go. I got you.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead. That was dope. That was like perfect.
Perfect
time.
So
tell us where we can find you on social media. The things you got going on. Where can we find you?
My Instagram, my IG is Gerald Kelly, comedian Gerald Kelly, GeraldKelly. My Facebook is Gerald Kelly, comedian Gerald Kelly. TikTok, King. My TikTok is Gerald Kelly, King of Comedy.
Gotcha.
On TikTok, the Father and Sons Comedy Tour. That's all I'm about right now with Standup for the Homeless. Stand up for the homeless, baby.
That's dope. Woo.
Check out my page to see where we're going to be performing at. And if you want to help out with Stand Up for the Homeless, hit me up in my Instagram or on one of my social platforms. DM me, contact me. We got people donate from all over the world, man. Shout out to Ghana. I want to shout out to Ghana.
Okay, Africa now.
Beautiful, beautiful countries in the world. Africa.
Michael Blackston. All right, Michael Blackston. Yeah.
And we was out there doing a TV show for a couple months, and we called Michael Blackston. He was home, and we went to his house, man, and me and my sons at Michael's house. I got the pictures on my page. We had a damn ball out there. Let me tell you how dope me and my sons are. Discovery wanted us to do a stand-up comedy show in Ghana. We were down. So down. Michael Blackston said, man, American comedy doesn't work here, but Gerald, you could pull it off with your material. We set it up. Discovery set it up, packed the venue up. We let the wife host. Talented, she, when we was,
Yeah.
So she hosts, she brought up Little Hunter. Feel me?
Good.
No, she brought up me. She hosted the first part, then brought me up.
Yeah.
And I brought up Hunter. He killed it. I killed it.
Yeah, he's a comedian. Yeah. But
that's cool.
Hold on, I got a problem. I got a quick problem.
I get it.
No. Because why you don't got a blue check?
You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
All right, because I started looking like maybe that ain't you. Yeah, go.
I know.
I just follow him. He gave me the stuff. I'm like, all right, let me hit him. So I make sure I follow. I'm like,
but that ain't official anyway, because we got people with blue checks that's hacked. We already learned that from Tony Terry.
He got 30 years in comedy. Goddamn it.
That's what I'm saying. Man, you should.
It's crazy. When we did America's Got Talent, over 150 million people was hitting us up. I mean, on social media, 150 million people. Crazy. Was had liked and followed that page.
Yeah.
So I got like maybe on Instagram like 18,000 followers or something like that. But we got millions of people who know who we are.
Hey, you got 18K. I'm like, how the hell is that?
Yeah. I think I you know what I got to do? I really have to do this. I have to find someone who's social media
savvy.
Yeah, like a social media manager. Yeah.
Because that should be taken.
Because you deserve it.
Because there's 18,000 people that know me in the Bronx alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you and Dougie Fresh growing up together, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah. Come on. Look. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted to make sure you're able to tell your story. So
Jay-Z or Biggie, who you got?
What?
Oh,
Jay-Z. Biggie don't have a large enough career. Jay-Z. Look,
I say Jay-Z. Well, I say Delta. Yeah, Jay-Z.
Tupac, Jay-Z.
I got Jay-Z still. I watched this. This is the hard one. Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z.
Ooh.
No, I got Nas.
Oh, I like that.
I got Nas. Because remember,
I just think he's cute.
Jay-Z had to change his style up, one.
Right,
and number two, Nas had been doing it at a higher level for longer.
And remember, you know what? Oh, I think that's the first time you got 92. Challenged back with this.
Oh, no, it's too easy. You see how quick mine was?
We appreciate you, Mr. Kelly. We're going to go ahead and let you go. But that was the first time. That was the first time Big O been challenged back. Now, you tell me who you want.
Jay-Z eats Nas.
No, you don't.
No.
Listen, we already had that battle.
You got it.
We already seen it. We already seen the battle.
That's another show.
we already seen that battle.
I love Nas.
What we doing?
We need to get Nas on. We need to get Nas on KROSS BARZ. Yes, we do. All right, Mr. Kelly, we thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing with us all your information on KROSS BARZ, man. Is to meet you as a person, we love it. From laughing with you on the TV to you now, respect so much. Good luck to your family, y'all comedians, all that. Oh yeah, down with everybody who got asthma and seasonal allergies. Make sure you take your Zyrtec and your singular. But thank you so much. You can find us. I'm Tanae. You can find KROSS BARZ, KROSS BARZ on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Look us up on our website. Make sure you go to subscribe, like, comment, and share. We love you all. We out of here, y'all. Peace.